Hey everybody, Andy McDonald, White Rock, British Columbia, Canada, coming to you from my garage. Sorry I haven't put any videos out in the last week or so. It's just we're going to try and put out some just quality only now. Step it up a notch, and as well as try and be entertaining. So anyway, to that end, we're going to finish off the third part of the carving a wooden spoon video series. I didn't do any talking in the first two. It was just almost experimental filming and editing, learning how to use the software, etc. But this time it should be a little more interesting. Show you the progress on the spoon to where we've got, talk a little bit about the tools that we use, and well, we'll see where it goes from there. We'll talk about burning the bowl later on in the video. But so I hope you enjoy this. Thank you. Okay, so just to recap where we're at. We started with a piece of wood, not unlike this one here. Roughly the same size, etc. Might have been slightly less triangular, but in any event. So, then in video part one, we chopped out the rough spoon using this Huntshield knife from Canadian Tire, considered a hunting knife, and I think they're about $50 or so. It's nothing the quality, but it does the trick. I was quite surprised. I also have to add, this is the first time I've ever carved anything. The reason we got onto this wooden spoon was my son Nick suggested that it would make for a good video. So we chopped out the rough spoon with the chopping knife. Then part two, we carved down the roughed out spoon to roughly this shape here. And here's where we're at. I've done a bit of sanding, but we'll get to that. So we use this. It's a Boker knife, about $100 locally, military shop, and that's what we use to whittle down this spoon to get it to roughly this shape here. And so whittled it down, sanded it quite a bit. There's definitely, like, maybe an hour's worth of sanding in that. And so next part is going to be the bowl, which originally we thought we would burn out the bowl. However, it came to my attention after I started the spoon that if you're going to burn a bowl, you burn the bowl first and don't spend all this time carving the spoon and then burn the bowl, and the thing goes haywire and you've spent all that time. So we're going to burn a bowl into a spoon, which brings me to this bowling kit that my brother-in-law sent. God bless him. And so what we're doing now, you can see I've started, is you just bowl out the spoon with this bowling tool. And this is a carving set. I'm not sure where he got it. He sent it to me. It's got the 3 knives. That bowling tool is the one that we're going to be using today. And you can see I've started, and it's just a matter, from what I can gather watching on the internet, it's just scraping out the bowl and scraping and scraping, and I'm just getting used to the bowling spoon, but that's where we're going. So I'm going to continue doing that activity, and then once we've got that spoon bowl all cleaned out to the level we wanted, and we're watching the thickness to ensure we don't go through all the way, we'll come right back and finish it off. We've got a couple other little decorations and stuff that we want to talk about. So we'll see you when we get back. So there's the finished product. We've used this tool that I was sent so kindly by my brother-in-law to clean out the bowl. And we're going to sand that thoroughly. And then finish it with some butcher block oil, which I have a can of. We left the back natural like that. That was the way it was, sort of rough on the actual piece of wood that we initially chopped out to make the roughed out spoon. So we left that. Got a decoration here. It's just a diamond shape, which I used one of those small knives. I was just playing around trying to see how those dug out a diamond. We're going to put some ash in there when we burn the bowl into this spoon, which came with this kit. It's just a starter spoon, and so in the next set of videos, we're going to put a large ember in there and burn out the bowl, and then carve it to make sure we get a controlled burn and get a nice bowl in there. And then once we do that, we can then carve out the rest of the spoon. That's the order that you should use. So anyway, overall, pretty happy with the way this turned out for our first carving project. I want to thank everybody for watching. If you haven't seen part 1 or part 2, please go ahead and click on those. I'll put the link to those in the description below this video. And I hope you enjoyed this and maybe you learned a thing or two. And really appreciate you watching. And so see you next time. Thank you.